Good morning, everybody. This is Dr. Shalona McFarland here in the Philippines. And today is March. Oh my goodness, we're in March, March 3rd, 2nd. I don't know, something like that, 2nd or 3rd. So I am going to talk today about acid reflux, GERD, indigestion, and the hiatal hernias that usually are part of that problem. Now, some of the things you can do. Obviously, chiropractic is going to help immensely because right in through here, about the bra line on most women, that is the area that innervates the stomach. Okay, and so if you're out of alignment there, the body is going to give you symptoms of acid reflux, indigestion, GERD. That's the only way the body has of telling you that something's not quite right. Okay, so get adjusted. That's going to help a lot. Now, some of the other things you can do if you're having acid reflux really bad, you can take a shot of apple cider vinegar before you eat, after you eat, whichever works best for you. Sometimes you're going to have to experiment with it a little bit. And you can chase it with a slice of apple or lemon. And that's going to actually neutralize your stomach acidity. Now, if there's a specific food you know you're eating that is making that flare up, stop eating that food. That's your body's way of telling you, don't do that, okay? So that's a couple of things there. If you are having a hard time sleeping because of heartburn, take a shot of apple cider vinegar before you go to bed, and that will help. All right, now, I do specific moves as a chiropractor to correct a hiatal hernia, or which is usually what's causing the acid reflux. Now, what a hiatal hernia is when the stomach, so this is the hole of the diaphragm, okay? The diaphragm comes up right here. It's what expands and contracts to make you breathe, okay? When that hiatal hernia has a little hole in it, and that's where the food goes through to get into the stomach. Sometimes from excessive pressure in the abdomen, from stress, from tension in the body, the stomach will push up. Don't know if you can see that. It'll push up through that hiatal hernia, or through the opening in the diaphragm, okay? When it does that, that is what creates a hiatal hernia, because you're taking basically a tube and, okay, sorry, I'm having a hard time explaining this. You're taking a tube and inverting it like that and pushing it up into a hole, okay? So it makes it very uncomfortable. It makes it very difficult for food to get down in it, and the stomach has a tendency to push it back out because it doesn't have as much surface space as it normally does. So, of course, the medical field, their solution is go in there and do a surgery and pop it back down, and maybe staples and all sorts of other things. You don't necessarily need that, okay? There's a pretty easy way to correct it. Hi, Kathy. And I do it with somebody laying down, and I have better leverage. I can go in, grab it, and actually pull it down from the area, from the diaphragm, okay? But if you're having a really bad case of heartburn and you just can't get it, or acid reflux, and you just can't get it to calm down, you can actually do this maneuver yourself. So what it's going to look like, and you have to be relaxed when you do this, you're going to push up, in, and down. Okay, and it's quite a bit of force that you do it with. I mean, it's not like hard force, but it's very uncomfortable. okay? So you're going to push up, in, and that's where you're actually grabbing it, and down, okay? And that's literally dropping it out from the diaphragm orifice, okay? Hopefully that makes sense with how I did that. It's a little difficult to demonstrate, especially on video, but that gives you an idea at least. So the apple cider vinegar, get adjusted regularly, stop eating the things that are causing it, and you can do that hiatal hernia maneuver to correct any kind of pushing up that's happening. And by the way, you do it 3 times in a row, not more. More is not better. So you're going to go up, in, and down 1, up, in, and down 2, up, in, and down 3. Not that fast, but you get the idea, okay? Kind of how I did it earlier, where I went very slowly and pushed it down. And like I said, it's not comfortable, especially if it's really pushed up in there. It's not going to feel good at all. But you'll feel much better afterwards, okay? So, hi, Valerie. So that should give you an idea of how to correct that yourself to an extent, but you're still going to need to get the adjustment, and the apple cider vinegar really, really helps a lot. I've had people that, just do that, and it really makes a big difference. Hi, Anita, I see you up there too. All right, so that is the info for today. And if I think of anything else, I'll put it up. But, the other thing is people are always saying, well, but apple cider vinegar isn't going to balance out the acidity. Actually, it does. It neutralizes it. And the acidity in the stomach is a little different than what you might be thinking, back at high school chemistry, where, you use something basic to neutralize something acidic. In the body, sometimes we have to use something slightly acidic to neutralize the acidity. And so that's why the apple cider vinegar works so well. Okay? All right. That's it for today, guys. I love you, and I will talk to you next week. God bless.